Okay, so I'm Mario Frangoulis, and I would like to thank, first of all, with my hand in my heart, the Consulate and their staff for graciously hosting this this beautiful event. I'm very proud that my fellow Greeks, my friends, are here to support our concert at Jazz at Lincon Center this coming Monday on November 6th. And to say that Mikis Sotorakis, the great composer of Zorba the Greek, we all know Mikis, he said to me once that when your people, your own people, believe in you, then you have nothing to fear. You can stand on any stage, work with any major artist, and you will feel secure. You will feel like you're grounded. And this is the advice that I kept with me for the rest of my career. I wanted to say that last year has been, like this year of course, but last year especially has been an extremely busy year. I had a very extensive tour with Sarah Brightman in Asia. We played in Taiwan and South Korea and Japan and China. Quite a few concerts promoting music and our passion and our love for good music, and of course singing a lot of the musical theater numbers that have marked our careers, like Phantom of the Opera, for example. It's always a treat to sing with Sarah on this great musical by Andrew Lloyd Webber. And we also sang Carpe Diem, a song that we also included in our latest record. Tales of Christmas was one. The record that was produced at Abbey Road Studios with Jorge Calandrelli, who is a 6-time Grammy Award-winning producer and composer. And of course everything sort of ended up, I would say the best concert, as far as I was concerned, was the classical concert that we performed at Herodaticus in the center of Athens, at the foot of the Acropolis, right underneath the stars, with Angela Georgiou, the amazing Romanian soprano. And she showed us with her voice and her talent how simple she can be in her way of interpreting, and how much she loves Greece in more than one ways. And it was a great pleasure to work with her, another great artist to say that I have been proud to sing with and work with on stage, especially the magnificent stage of the Herodaticus. We are here in North America to perform only 3 shows. It was an exclusive 3 shows in New York, because I feel New York is my second home in a sense. I have my own house since 10 years ago, and I studied here. I dreamt of a career here in New York. I studied at the Juilliard School. My mentor was the great legendary mezzo-soprano Marilyn Horne, who introduced me to Luciano Pavarotti and Placido Domingo. My heroes, of course, who I sang for and got so much valuable advice very early on in my career. And one day, of course, sang with Placido a few times. We're now very good friends. And we're here to support our PBS show, which is playing as we speak in all the PBS stations, and especially in New York, Los Angeles, and Montreal, which is why we wanted to focus on these 3 great cities. Also because Los Angeles was my recording home in so many ways. I recorded there with Jorge Calandrelli. I recorded with Steve Wood, which was my first international record, which sold over 2 million records, and I was very proud in a sense, being Greek and making that great step in this big world, and being embraced so much. That's why I love the US, I love America, and thank you for your support and your love. We are on this show. We are presenting songs from my career, from roles that have made an impact in my acting career, like Marius in Les Miserables. So I will sing Empty Chairs at Empty Tables. I'm singing Music of the Night from Phantom of the Opera, which I played back in 1991, and West Side Story, which I played at La Scala in the year 2000. So I played Tony, and I will sing Tony again for the audiences here at Jazz at Lincon. And of course, we have to honor our great Greek composers, Manos Hatzidakis, and Mikis Theodorakis, Stavros Xerxakos, Yannis Markopoulos. We must honor our great poets like Nikos Gatsos and Lina Nikolakopoulou, and all those great composers that have left what we say klironomia. They left us, they left a legacy. And it is up to us as young performers to continue this and keep singing with humility and love and passion, all those great things that made us the true Greeks, I would say. I'm very Greek, and I'm very proud to be Greek. And I keep saying it's Marios, not Mario. It's Marios with an S. It is also important nowadays to know that it's not an easy time for so many people, not just for Greece going through some socioeconomic issues, but I think for the rest of the world. Terrorism, I mean, we saw an example yesterday on Halloween Day in New York City, where 8 people lost their lives. I think quite a few more were injured, amongst them young kids. So our hearts go to their families and their friends, and to those people who have suffered this incredible blow only one day before. And to say that also as an apodimos Elinas, as someone who's lived, who was born in Africa and lived abroad for so many years, I feel the love of those who live outside of Greece, because I think that's where the real passion lies, and that's what keeps the fire inside our hearts glowing and still be as strong as ever. I mean, it's because of the Hellenes diasporas and the true Greeks who love Greece, sometimes more than Greeks. We take Greece for granted when we're there, but when we go away, we suddenly miss it. We want to go back. I mean, Greece is like a magnet. So I hope we continue also through our εθελοντισμός, through voluntary work, to continue to do the right thing, to help our fellow human beings and our fellow Greeks. And now more than ever, I feel we should be stronger and clearer in our hearts and in our souls as to where we're going. And I think the more we show this love and this unity, the easier and the stronger this transition to our great future will be. Thank you.
Thank you.